Motorhead Garage, presented by Topcoat, is brought to you by Stage 8 Fasteners, home of the world's best locking header bolts. Locking kits now available for all turbo applications. Go to stage8.com. TTO, obsessed with custom Jeeps and trucks. J-Cloud, it only takes one because one J-Cloud does it all. And by Tribotex, make your engine last longer.
What I really love about the guys from Tribotex is they love cars, they love their trucks, they love racing, and of course they love motorcycles. And Pasha, that's an area of specialty for you guys. What can Tribotex do in a motorcycle?
In motorcycles, we have wet clutches. And wet clutches always area of concern when you add traditional solid lubricants. They might slip, might prevent them from engaging. For Tribotex, it's a very special approach because we are dual-sided nanoparticles. They don't attach to surfaces where friction does not take place. But it's not just pressure, it also takes time. Clutch is engaged only for a short period of time when they engage and disengage. The rest of the time they're stationary. So when they're stationary, nothing happens with them. So it prevents film from forming. And it still forms well on the gears, on the pistons and cylinders, and protect your motorcycle from friction.
Of course, this is your engine oil that's going into the clutch, so there are other benefits you get for your motorcycle from Tribotex.
Yes, thermal barrier effect, very strong in motorcycles.
So more efficiency.
More efficiency, less heat goes into waste, and more heat goes to push down your pistons.
Well, you can make your bike, your car, your Army tank perform better, and you can make it more efficient by using Tribotex inside. See how at Tribotex.com. Now, I grew up in Ohio, and like a lot of folks in the northern part of the United States, Joe, I was used to rock salt when I was growing up, and that led to corrosion and rust on your vehicle all the time. It was just kind of a fact of life. Now there's the brine that you drive through. You see them spray it down before a snowfall. How is that different from the salt that we used to see?
Oh, it's much more effective on the roads.
It's great on the roads, right?
Much more corrosive on your vehicle. So we've had a problem. Let's say this vehicle comes into us and the customer has to drive through brine to get it in. We were trying to prep and clean these vehicles so that they could be boss waxed, and we weren't happy with any of the products that were available on the market. And like so many of our products, what we did was turn to our chemist and said, hey, listen, we need to break down that sticky additive that they put in road brine to be able to effectively clean this vehicle and have a good surface to bond the wax to. And so we now developed our salt brine eliminator, and we use them on our own vehicles when they come in if they've driven through the brine. We also sell it to you as a consumer to use just to maintain your own vehicles.
Once the salt brine remover has been used, what happens to the vehicle next?
So in this case, we're going to let it set overnight dry, and then we're going to apply our wax. In your case, you simply spray it with the foam applicator, rinse it off, and you've removed all of those contaminants, which a car wash doesn't do. Car washes, in many cases, are going to recycle their water. They cannot and they do not remove sodium in that process.
You go into a car wash thinking you're doing the right thing, and turns out it's not.
You're pushing that salt water back up into the body cavities, and it's detrimental. It's actually counterproductive.
How often does the oil need to be reapplied to the vehicle?
The oil should be reapplied on an annual basis, and you should avoid high-pressure undercarriage washes. Go in and have the shell wash, but you don't need to do anything underneath. Let the oil do its job.
Well, just like you get your oil changed, just like you change your transmission fluid, all that stuff, you can also change the oil underneath your car. It'll protect it from rust. Well, we'd like to thank the folks at Rock Auto for coming on board once again to Motorhead Garage this season. And if you're a fan of Rock Auto, you know that it's the one place to go for just about everything automotive, for just about every car out there. And Tom, here's something that's become more popular. In about the last 8 years, Ford's been putting these shutters behind the grills of their F-150s. And of course, when those things go bad, lots of other things can go wrong too.
Yeah, Ford was the first to put these on all their cars and trucks. So they've become more common on Subarus and Nissans and Ram trucks and you name it. And it works like a Venetian blind. It shuts off the airflow so the engine warms up faster. If you live in a cold climate, you don't have to put cardboard in front of your grill when it's 40 below out or whatever.
I'll miss that look.
But over time, they're right behind the grill, so they catch all the bugs and road debris, so the Venetian blind flaps start jamming up or the motor might fail. So you just replace it as a unit and you're all good to go. When you buy parts like this, in the past you used to have to keep like a big paper folder full of warranty information to, hey, is that still under warranty? When did I replace it? And when you order at rockauto.com, you can just go to the order status and returns page, and it tells you right there, hey, this is still under warranty, or this part isn't under warranty, and you just click to get it replaced if you have a warranty claim.
The first thing I think of when I think of that is, when you're buying a filter or something consumable like that, you always forget the years run together. Oh my gosh, I did that a year ago, and it all runs together, and this is a great way to keep track of that. So Rock Auto is not only the most cost-effective place to buy stuff, but it's also a great way to keep track of your maintenance needs. Well, that is a wrap for this episode of Motorhead Garage. Let's say we do it again next week. In the meantime, you can go to our Facebook page and see what we're up to. And if you have something you'd like to see on the show, email Jeff at masterstv.com. So until next week, from our entire crew, we'll see you next time on Motorhead Garage, presented by Topcoat.